You are watching Folk Tales by Ollie.
I was there the night it happened. The night the chief's wife, Lolo Adako, gave birth to twin boys in secret. It was a night of heavy rain, the kind that made the earth tremble as if it too was bearing the weight of her pain. The midwife, an old woman, with trembling hands, wiped the sweat from Adako's forehead and gasped when she saw the second baby. Twins! I remember how fear swallowed the joy in the room. In our village, twins were seen as an abomination. Children caused by the gods, a bad omen that could bring ruin to the land. The elders had always been strict about it. If twins were born, one had to die. I was just a young servant boy then, barely 15, hiding in the shadows as I fetched water, but I saw everything. I saw the moment the chief, Igwe Ogadimma, walked in. His face dark with dread, and he had longed for his son, an heir to his throne. Now the gods had given him two, and that was a crime in our land. Take one away, the chief commanded, in a voice I had never heard before. It was heavy, filled with sorrow and fear. The midwife hesitated. Which one, my lord? Igwe turned to Adako, and for a moment I saw a mother's silent scream in her eyes. She clutched both babies close to her, heartbreaking. But a chief's wife had no voice in such matters. The weaker one, Igwe said at last. I will never forget the way the midwife wrapped the baby boy in a cloth and carried him out into the storm. I followed, my young heart pounding. She walked deep into the forest, whispering prayers I could barely hear over the wind. She placed the child on the ground beneath a great Iroko tree. Forgive me, she murmured before turning and walking away. I did not move. I wanted to save him, but what could I, a mere servant, do? As I watched as the storm swallowed him, I thought that was the end. But I was wrong. Years later, many seasons passed. The one who was spared, Prince Obinna, grew strong. He was trained as a warrior, taught the ways of the elders, and prepared to be king. He had his father's strength and his mother's beauty. But there was something missing in his eyes, a shadow he did not understand. The village flourished under Igwe's rule, but peace is like a pot of water over fire. It only takes one stone to make it boil over. And the storm came in the form of a stranger one evening. The sound of war drums echoed through the village. I ran to the palace courtyard where the elders and warriors had gathered, their faces filled with confusion and fear. A great warrior approaches, a messenger announced. Breathless, he came with an army and he demands justice. The air grew thick with whispers. Justice for what? The next morning, the warrior arrived. I remembered the way he rode into the village, his presence like a storm, waiting to break. He was tall, his body carved by battle, his eyes burning with something deeper than rage. His men followed behind him, their spears glistening in the sun. I seek Igwe Ogadimma. To be continued. Watch out for the next parts. Thanks.